Yo, 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 yo. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? All right. So, how's everybody doing? Hold on real quick because I want to let Christina know I'm live. All right. This hair is getting out of control, man. Bruce Wayne needs some hair gel. Real talk. But yeah, like I said, man, um, this is why, people like the Waffles will never get it and never understand. Oh, for real. I'm telling you, man. Y'all done made a mistake. Real talk, all of you done made a mistake. But this is the truth. I mean, this is why that none of them will ever understand or get the point. They're never going to get it. They're just not because it's not about even just the moves you make. It's not about business acumen. It's not about you know none of the things that y'all concern yourself with. Like I said, comes down to the fact that it's about God. You understand? It's all about God. Right? I am the real Bruce Wayne, Tyree Sneed. I am what all of those movies and cartoons were made about. And I'm gonna make it a point to watch some tonight. That's right. Because that's what I do. I love watching me some Batman. Yes, I do. I love me some Dark Knight Returns, man, the cartoon version though. Man, it's awesome. It is epic. Like real talk. I almost like the cartoons more than better than the movies, but I don't know about that. I love the movies too. But like I said, I don't know how many laps I'm going to do. We're pretty ahead of time. We're still doing pretty well. It's only going to be 9 o'clock and 15 minutes. We're doing good, maintaining a even keel, even pace. And that's the thing. That's why I look at things like I said. You got to take the good with the bad, I guess. Like 50 Cent said, right? He said level 3 plate on my chest, right? Like I said, I wake up like 50 Cent, straight up. I wake up and I put a bulletproof vest on. This is the truth. If you don't do that and that's not your way of life and that's not how you move, then we ain't in the same lane, homie. It's like that simple. And I'm not a guy that, is posing or fronting or flogging or faking or running or hiding. No. I mean, like I said, that's the thing. You know, wake up, the first thing you put on, they say, is the armor of God, right? Wouldn't the armor of God be, you know, literal actual armor as well? Like I said, I either put on my bulletproof vest, level 3A, what I have right now, right, for the plate, or I put on 18 gauge steel armor. But generally, more times than not, I'm wearing one of those. See what I'm saying? And that's the thing. This is becoming like a whole thing. It's a whole thing down here. I appreciate the support down here. I mean, even just the talking, I appreciate that part. You know, um, I think I've made my stance. I think I've made my statements. I think I've made it pretty clear what reality is. But a lot of people do show love, like genuinely. I mean, the truth is, it's not other people's job, to do anything for me, and I understand that, and I've always known that. You know what I mean? That's why I never acted like it was. But I do wish that we could get some more support. But the way that I feel God has done it is He gives me a little bit when I need it. Like right now, I need it. Like I really do. God knows I need it. I hope that I got some requests on Cash App. Hopefully, one of them will come through and donate. Um, some of them have done it fairly consistently, and I want to say I appreciate you. And Much love, and I'm grateful and thankful. But that's the thing. You got these folks. They want to not acknowledge reality, right? They want to not acknowledge my success. They want to pretend talk. They want to fake it till they make it. But then they want to copy my blueprint and my outline, and there is no blueprint. That's what you're not getting. If it's not genuine and it's not pure, then it's not it. You see what I'm saying? It's like trying to imitate anything. It's a diluted version and it'll never be the real thing. So it's pointless. And that's what a lot of these people don't get because they don't know how to be original. Everything I built is original. Everything with this is original. All of it. No. These folks, they talk backwards. I don't know where they do that at, but we talk forwards. And when we speak, we make perfect, crystal clear sense. So what do you mean? There's no confusion on nothing here. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, no, like that's why I spend my time talking to folks who are intellectuals, hopefully, and extremely intelligent like me. And that way we're synonymous with where we're at in the conversation. You'll talk as far as the people, you'll get as far as the people you talk to for no reason. That's the facts. Like I said, I don't spend my time talking to folks that ain't going nowhere or ain't accomplishing nothing. I talk to everyone. I talk to all walks of life, but I'm saying like, the people that I have real conversations with, whoever I come across or meet, they're usually real conversations. I got people around here like older men. I see them when I'm, out doing my thing. Some of them are nice. Some of them I don't really remember who they are, but I think they're like fathers of people I went to high school with, is what it seems like. I just say hi and be nice. Like they're cool. They always go out their way. There's one guy, he always goes out of his way to say hi to me, and I appreciate it. Um, because I mean, it's nice to know that people see you and that I still exist to folks because I've been alienated, isolated for a long time, and it's because of God and because of my calling, and it's not easy. None of it is easy. God doesn't show you everything all the time. He doesn't show you his plan. It's God's plan. So when you're going through it, it's very difficult. That's the thing. The anointing has been a very hard, painful process. It hasn't been easy. It never was. I don't think it was designed to be easy. Oh, that's what I was going to get on and talk about earlier, and I'm going to talk about it now. But, that's what the lady said. She said, I mean, I disagree. I believe that God sees who's special and he picks somebody because he knows that they're special and they have it in them. It's not because I'm talented. It's not because I'm athletic. I had to work for all of this. All of it I worked for. And I've heard other people say that too, and it's a real thing. Like the greatest of the greatest, they work for it. 9 times out of 10, they work for it, man. Everyone has to work for it, period, to an extent. You just got to wake up your own power and believe in it. Like I don't jump that well, but I can play ball like no other. I play basketball like nobody's business. So I mean, that's the thing. It's more just about self-belief and believing in yourself. But what she said, I'm not special, blah blah blah. Right? That's the part I disagree with. But she said, how did she say it? She said, there's not a thing, a person in this room, and this I do believe. This makes sense to me. She said that there's not a person in this room that God won't do everything that he's done for me for you. But she said, but there's a price with it. There's a price that comes with it. And that's what a lot of folks don't understand because, y'all are so used to the price being what? I mean, with all these Masons, what do? They all sell their soul to the devil. All these celebrities, what do? They all sell their soul to the devil. It's the truth. So you're used to that. That's what y'all think is the only option for some odd reason when it's not. And I'm showing you the alternative path, which is come to God. Give it over to God for real. Everything. Give it over to God. None of us are in control here. This is a spiritual realm. We're walking immense dimensions right now. We're not in control here. What happens on this little planet really don't mean that much. I mean, it does. It means a lot, but I'm saying All this other stuff, it's pointless to care about. It's a waste of time. It really is. There's bigger things going on. Real talk. But my point is, she said, there's not a person in this room that God won't do everything He's done for me for you. But you'll have to be willing, you know what I mean, to go through that. There's a price that comes with it. And I'm the only person, one of the few people that I know the price because I pay it every day. And that's part of the whole purpose of being Batman. I'm in love with the struggle. I'm in love with pain. I'm in love with suffering. I'm in love with all the hardships because it's a challenge. I enjoy it. I literally enjoy pain. There's not too many people like me because it's an experience. I'm about the human experience completely in its whole totality. I'm not going to say, oh, I only want certain parts because I know that that's not the way it is. I'm about life. I have fears. There's things that scare the hell out of me. You know what I mean? Like they would anyone. But all my other fears, I tend to stand up to. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't even know if my fears are granted or have any meaning. They're probably pointless. You know what I mean? But my whole point is, yeah, I mean, there's things that scare me, but every one that I can stand up to, I try to stand up and face it. And that's what I've always done, and I've always won because of it. That's what life is about. Life is about standing up to what you fear, facing your fears and conquering them with love and compassion. And you really need to hear that part with love. I mean, it's about standing up and facing your fears the right way. When it comes to me making my stand, it's no holds barred, man. I have to make a stand. I mean, all of these people are completely in the wrong. That's what they do. They talk backwards. They use these tactics. They try to guilt trip. That's all actions of the devil. That just goes to show and prove everything I'm saying right. The corporate structure is a joke. It's a satanic system. And I am going to stand up to a satanic system all day, no matter what, at all costs. I could care less how you feel about it, how you take it. I mean, take it how you want it. Just like they tell you in the street. I'm not working on your time. That's what y'all don't get. I don't work for you. Do I work for a company? I work for me. I'm my own boss. If I don't work for you, I can say whatever I want. I can tell you whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. I don't work for nobody, homie. I do what I want to do. I'm free in my life. I'm gonna always make sure that I'm free in my life, no matter what. Like that's my point. Like what? That's what these people do. These people pretend like they can create steadfast and they have control over whoever they want. You're just a company. You will never control me. What are you talking about? That's common sense, right? To not even ever talk like that or act like that. Ever. That's common. That should be common sense. Don't ever act like you have power over people. You're just a company, bro. Chill out. You ain't built like that. Seriously. Have a seat, right? And watch the man teach you how to succeed because all your corporate structure, all these companies have already failed and they're going to continue to epically fail. Like I said, corporate America is already having its downfall. It's been having its downfall for decades, for years. There was never any real money in it. That's why you go to Austin, nobody's rich. Everybody's struggling. Everybody's poor. I mean, you got a wage that's not even a living wage. So people are working jobs to barely get by everybody. And then you think that I'm losing? I'm losing. This is what people never talk about. They want to say things behind your back. They want to make up things that aren't true. That's fine. I'll take that. But who won? I mean, when I went to Austin, I'd sleep on somebody's couch if I had to. I was in shelters. I did what I had to do to survive. I'd go to the little soup kitchens. Anytime I'm in Austin, I'm going to the soup kitchens because it's free food and it's good food. Like they feed you up there. They'll feed you. It's hard to deal with the people around them. It's not always the best. It's not always that much, but they'll feed you something. 9 times out of 10. You know what I mean? It's only at certain times a day. If you ain't there, you missed it. But I'm just saying. I mean, my whole point is you got to do what you got to do to survive, right? Like I said, that's my only thing that I stand on is my respect, and that nobody is ever going to tell me they're going to control me or anything within my life. No, Like, it's that simple. Like, any control that anyone tried to exert or create, I would make sure, right, that I don't allow it. And that's the thing. It's like somebody, it's common sense. It's trying to puppeteer something that you can't puppeteer. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying the truth that, no, I mean, you basically just got to, keep your hands to yourself. That's what it is. It's the nicest way to put it. Because if I see someone trying to puppeteer, I'm a no, bad, not happening. This is my life. So how are you gonna stop no matter what you did? Look at the physique right now, homie. I think I'm playing out here, right? This is real. This is what matters. See, y'all focus on money, we focus on strength because strength carries a lot more than money. And guess what? So does respect, which I have it and you all don't. I got real power. It's respect, power, then money. Right? Next thing, I turn strength into money. See what I'm saying? It's just common sense. You feel me? Like, I'm the puppet master when I want to be. I'm just not trying to puppeteer anything or anyone. I don't have to. That's all I'm saying. Just play your role, play your position, stay in your lane, little homies, all y'all. How are you going to stop a man that does stand up? Told you they shutting down the camera because the government hearing me because they know I just hit it spot on. I told you, right? Because y'all don't like it. I'm telling you, that's the devil right there, corporate America. Yeah, they got they little Illuminati clones watching. I know y'all upset. I know you mad. I know you in your feelings. You didn't like that one, did you? That's what they do. They send me a sign. They'll start playing with the numbers, doing something weird. All they weird erratic behaviors. What's the point? You telling me you're watching? I don't care. You can watch all day. What relevance is there to that? To you? Who are you? You don't exist. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, you're talking to the Batman that God created, not just a human being, a Batman, an immortal bat. That's what I am. Hold up. They're going super slow. So, that's my thing. Like, all those type of folks, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like, look, like the truth. Like, look what people are doing. I'm just speaking on reality, right? They driving around and whatever and doing nonsense. They're not really having a good time. You could tell. You could tell by the energy. They're not enjoying themselves. They're just doing it because, oh, they got money and it's something to do. And I used to be in that position, man. I truly used to be in that position. And you would maybe not understand it, but it's the truth. Like, nah. What's crazy is the way that y'all think and look at things. It doesn't exist. It's been proven every day. What are you talking about? I stand on my position. You don't. I've proven every point. So what's up? I mean, you got to respond at some point. You got to acknowledge what I've stated, right? What I've proven. Exactly. And they can't. It's the truth. Folks like that run around doing nonsense, but they're not happy. They're empty and unhappy and miserable. Why? Because you don't have God. You can tell. You just tell. I can sense it in somebody's energy. They don't got to say nothing to me. They could come within a mile radius of me, and I'm going to feel whether or not they a person of God because you can see it. You can see it in their eyes. You can see it in how they move. Seriously. And that's the thing, like all that busybody stuff, like what they doing right now, it doesn't do it for me no more. Does that make sense? It just truly doesn't. It doesn't do it for me anymore. The only thing that does it for me now is Christina and God. True love and God who gave me true love. That's it. Anything else? Like you think when Christina's here, first of all, we getting the hell up out of here. Okay. When we are going to be doing a bunch of renovation. I'll tell you straight up what we're going to do. That's what Christina and I are going to do. And we're not going to have to be around to do it. Bunch of stuff, going to be a bunch of renovation, get fixed up, everything ready to go the way it needs to be, everything cleaned perfectly like a whistle. We're going to create everything, build our own private studio back again the way it needs to be. We may even get a booth where I can record in. We're going to get everything built. And it's not even going to cost that much money. That it's not. And while they're doing that, we're going to be going to like Schlitterbahn. We're going to be staying maybe at the Disney Resort, or we're going to be staying at, I don't know, the Isla Grande. We won't tell you where you're at. I'll be doing lives. I want to start doing blog talk radios again when she's here. The full episodes where y'all hear me talk. You see what I'm saying? And I'll just stay off the camera when it's, when we're moving like that, and do blog talks and just talk and speak, not take any calls, because we already know what's up. We already know what's going on. Because what? Because the devil is upset at my success. See, that's the thing. I gave everyone the link. Ask Christina. I gave everyone a million chances to speak. I've been nothing more than fair. And these folks don't know how to be. And it has to be fair. You understand? So all that other stuff, doesn't exist, and it's a waste of my time and everyone's. My audience needs to be respected. I need to be respected. And that's all that I'm not only asking, but that's the way it's going to be. This duck is still here. Quack. Quack. He's so cute. He's just sitting there. He just wiggled his tail. He's silly. He's just chilling. He's comfortable as hell. I bet that's the best spot out here too. I won't lie, man. It's beautiful out here where I'm at. What I'm looking at, it's beautiful. I mean, it's gorgeous. That's the one thing I always got. When I used to smoke cigarettes, I used to go walk out back over there in the area. And man, I used to just have cigarette after cigarette and just look at the water, look at the beautiful view. It's gorgeous. It looks like the Congo out here. It's beautiful. This is all money out here. That's what folks got to understand. So like, that's the cool part, that people out here have become more accustomed to me and figured out and realized what I was doing and who I am, and learn more every day. And like, now pretty much everybody respects me, unless there's somebody who's jelly or something. They all respect me. They like me. It's been a total 360 in my opinion, like this, like out here than to what it used to be, for no reason. And that's just how it is, when you're moving with God. There's a hard time period, and then there's the good time period. This has all been a hard time period. Like I said, this has been hardest time of my life. And I was talking to the guy from McAllen about it today, and I told him the same thing. I said, I was explaining, because I was like, you'll understand, because you have faith, you believe in God. And I can just tell, I can feel people's energy. I have a gift with intuition. Nobody has to tell me anything. I can communicate telepathically. Seriously. So, I mean, these are all things that they say Batman knew. So I told you, I'm the prophecy. I can communicate telepathically. Christina and I do it all the time. We're connected. That I know for a fact. Hold on. So that's the point. Like, when you're walking in a different sense and a different walk, and you're walking with God, and you're walking spiritually, it's way different than if you're walking. I don't even know how y'all do it no more, because I wouldn't have a chance. I don't know how I'd survive if it wasn't for God. Truly, because my life is that hard. Things have been made that impossible for me. It's gotten just harder and harder and harder. So when you hear me complain, I have every right. When you hear me say, this isn't right, this needs to change, because that's what it needed to change this entire time. You understand? It wasn't in my hands to change. It never has been. I never had any control. God is in control. And I understand that and realize that. I'm not concerned about money. I don't care what I have. I don't care what I have at any point. I don't care about money, bro. You know what I mean? I wear my watch because I like it. I don't wear it because it looks shiny and nice to y'all. I wear it because I bought it and I liked it at the time. Like, it's a nice watch. Every time I look at it, I don't know, I just think it's cool. I don't even think about it no more. That's $530. I don't even think about it. Like, I forget I'm wearing it all the time. I'm just being honest. I don't even remember. So it's like, when I wash dishes, I always wash dishes with a nice watch on. I remember I'd go to the stores in the mall, because I worked at Dave & Buster's in Green Bay, right? Where they tried to set me up and do all this crazy stuff, right? Same stuff, jelly, because I was getting all the shares and everything. And, I mean, I'd play in the arcade. They'd give me, a free pass to play in the arcade for some credits. And then I'd go around the mall sometimes when I had time. It was rare. I was usually working all the time. But I'd go buy a watch or something. I remember I have the one watch still from that place. I don't know if it was the skateboard place, but it's a really nice watch. It's a Nixon. It's a Nixon that looks like gold, and I think I still have it. Like I could start wearing it if I want. Um, I generally don't really alternate from this watch. I have these other watches. I don't really wear them. It's just what it is. I mean, I really like this one, and I just try to stick with it. It's the most expensive one I have. So I try to take care of it by having it on me. You know what I mean? But that's my thing. I mean, I've been Batman. I've worn this watch for a lot of my career being Batman. So clearly I don't care. I care about it, but I mean, that's the thing. Like, I don't feel like I'm going to ever lose anything I have. Like, but that's the thing. That's confidence. You know what I'm saying? But, I'm just saying, like, that's the thing. You can tell people who've had money. Like, people who've had money look at things like, oh, well, if this happens, you just replace it. Material is material, bro. Money comes and goes. When you run a business, you're going to have business expenses. So that's the thing. Y'all want to do things with this poverty mindset, but it doesn't work. That's what the Woffers are doing. They're moving with a poverty mindset. All I'm doing, see, this is leverage in business. It's not even leverage, it's just being smart. See, I can talk about you and your mishaps and the things that you're doing wrong so that I can teach the folks. I can use you an example of what not to do, right? And try to teach people the right way to be and the right thing to do. And I'll get paid something for it, right? So it's just different. Um, so how else do you explain it to folks? I mean, you've got, you know, you're certain people that they feel whatever way, right? They think they know what they're doing, but they don't. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, no, like me, I do know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing holistically with everything, with every little detail, everything I'm doing. I know I'm making the right moves. And that's the thing. Like, I just think it's funny when folks act like they can compete. Y'all could never compete with me, man. It's just common sense. Like I said, if y'all want to help me out, donate, man. That's the thing. Like they trying to copy my hustle, and this dude's sitting there saying, donate us a couple of hundred. Yeah, because you heard me ask for that. Why is it everything I'm saying you got to copy, Mr. Walford? Just asking. Over here, we address folks direct. You must really like my blueprint, huh? You must really admire my hustle, right? He said, I always wanted to be Batman. I'm sure you did. I'm your hero. I'm your hero, Charles. I've been your hero, right? That's great. That's good to know, Mr. Walford. That's good to know. I'm glad I'm your hero. Not really. It doesn't do anything for me because you're a funny guy. Like you're truly funny. Like that's the thing. Like you've shown your true colors. You were sitting there looking amazed when I was speaking the spiritual stuff. You were trying to look like you're real, but you're not the person that you depict to be. I just know the truth about you. You're not, and it's really sad, man. It's sad that you want to be convenient. See, that's the thing about narcs and narcissists. They want to be convenient. They want to have fake faith. You want to fake the funk and fake. You want to fake the funk. You don't know martial arts. You want to fake the faith, which is even worse. That's the worst thing you could do. It's the worst thing you could do because God sees it. So God is seeing everything you're doing. What you think God going to do about it? He going to do something about it. I can guarantee you that. It's the same thing I told all these folks. Nope. Same thing with corporate America. No, God sees all the evil that corporate America is doing and all these companies. You think God is not going to do anything about that? Yes, He is. I'll tell you that all day. You won't do nothing about it. That's reality. You understand? Nah. Now, God is going to handle all this little nonsense. Nah. See, we don't tolerate Satan here in this country or this world. No, God going to handle all that. Trust me. 100%. God going to handle all of you. You can sit there and front and fake and say fake talk and talk, but nobody cares, bro. Feel me? Just quit yapping, man. Deal with y'all's karma. You know what I mean? Because God is on it. He's on y'all. I already know. So that's my point. I mean, you should look at your still images in your videos, Mr. Wofford, because I've seen them and they're funny as hell. Just take a long, hard look at yourself, man, and ask yourself, you got all this time, right? Well, I guess you don't because you're constantly struggling because you don't know how to do things right and be a man, right? But when you have time, you should really take a look in a mirror if you even own one, right? Seriously. And you should take a long, hard look in the mirror and ask yourself, is this who I wanted to be when I grew up? Because that's all I see. I just look at you and I'm like, man, that's everything that I wouldn't want to be. Like, I can understand where that stuff comes from with y'all because they don't like being them. And I can see why because I wouldn't either. I'm being honest. It's just the truth. I don't have to say a whole bunch of extra stuff. I don't ever talk down. It's not my thing. I just say the truth. Hold on. I just say the truth, brother. That's the thing, man. I mean, come on, bro. You got to learn how to show some love, man. You know what I mean? That's what the thing with people like that. It's always projection. They're talking about themselves. Man, I'm getting tired. I'm starting to sound like Groovy Jimmy here. Y'all ain't noticed that either with him. I have. I've been noticing he can't get a word out in edgewise. What's up with him? He's the one that he's going through it too, and he's trying to like hide it and like, nah, bro, like, you can't even formulate a sentence anymore. Me, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. That's why. I already know why. Look at what I've been through physically. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm gonna have sometimes like now that I'm just can barely keep going, and I just do because it's pure willpower. The whole day I've been going off willpower. I barely slept. Tired. It's hard for me. I got anxiety real bad. I got a lot of things I go through because of what I've been through because of other people. You know what I mean? It is what it because of the devil. But that's the point. He can barely get a sentence out. Real talk. I mean, geez, you better not hop that gate. Don't do it. There you go. See, I don't understand that. It don't make no sense. You see what I'm saying? It don't make no sense. Like, just why? You see what I'm saying? That's the way of the world, bro. Like the way of the world is like you go out into the world, right? It ain't a big deal, but you go out into the world, and then people are just like doing whatever they want. Like, I mean, I'm all for freedom, but a lot of this stuff it just don't make any sense. Yeah, that dog right now, he's going full speed like he's gonna hop over the gate. That's what I said. Don't hop over that gate. I mean, it's just normal human reaction. That's the thing. Like, all I do is mind my business. I do my own thing. I saw a guy today too. He was like a tall, real big man. I don't know if he's from out here or what. And kind of looked like he had a little look going on or something. Like, I don't know what that's about. Because I'll tell him something too. I'll tell anybody. Like, I mean, that's the thing. Like, when people try to have like some weird vibe, like, yeah, what I'm doing is epic and something you couldn't do. Get that right. What I'm doing is on a whole nother level. I don't care how big you are. That don't mean nothing. That don't make you better than nobody. So that's the thing too, y'all so-called dudes who ain't men want to talk about that, and you got the women talking like, oh, real man, and oh, how big someone is, right? That's what y'all think. Y'all think that somebody big means they're an alpha. You can be big as you want. That don't mean nothing. Let you know straight up. Feel me? Like, I'm stronger than all of them put together. Seriously. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, that little stuff is nonsense. It's just like that's my thing. Like, in life now, my rules are, and this is the way you should be, no matter where you at. Like, that's the thing. I don't have to act some way. Like, no, like it's a normal response. Like, no, don't just start doing stuff. It's no, it's not how this works. You know what I mean? And I just don't get that. I truly don't, because I have compassion and something called empathy. Like, there's a house right here, right? This is a big house, right? And like I said, that stuff is that's nothing. It's not a big deal, right? Like, the guy is cool or whatever. He's all good. But I'm saying, there's this house right here. This thing is huge. I mean, it's massive. I don't know, like, it's beautiful. It's like from here all the way to here, and it's for sale. And it's like, it's low. It's one story, I think. It's got like a fountain in the front. I want this house, bro. Like, I want to buy this house. Like, for real. Like, if it's on the market, I'm gonna buy it. And if not, I'll try to buy it from whoever does get it when we get the money. I want that house. Like that'll be a bat cave for me. It's huge. It's like a little mansion, but it's one story, and it's just gorgeous. It's beautiful. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's my whole thing. I'm just saying, like, I'm just different. I have empathy. Like, if I'm gonna get animals or dogs, I'm gonna make sure that I understand what's around me. I'm just saying it doesn't make sense. We have it on both corners now too. That's one corner. The other corner up here, and it's not a big deal. I'm just talking about something that's relevant, right? There's the other corner up here. They've got like two of them, and they got that one that tries to get out the gate every day. It doesn't make sense. Like, why would you have on a corner a dog that's trying to get out, and you can tell what the dog is on because the dogs are dogs. See, this is the thing. It happens in neighborhoods like this all the time. It does because why? Lack of empathy. I'm sorry, but the only folks I know that get animals like that with the intention of like doing stuff like that is usually narcissists. I'll tell you straight up. And that's the thing. Like I'm an empath. Like I'm about empathy. I'm about like if I bought this house over here and let's say I wanted dogs and I put them in a yard, I'm gonna make sure that they are not gonna, affect anything around them or anyone else. That's just common sense. I'm just saying, just the way that it should be. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. I mean, I'm just saying, like, also, if you have dogs, you should probably, like, folks have money out here, like, common sense. Seriously, you should probably build your fence up a little higher to make sure that it don't hop that fence. And I'm just saying, that's just common sense because if it hops that fence, right? I mean, it is what it is. Seriously, I mean, it's just reality. I mean, like what? Folks are just supposed to sit there? No, hell no, no, not happening. You know what I mean? So that's the type of stuff I'm talking about. Like, there's no reason for it. Just you know what I mean? It's the problem with narcissists. They think that freedom means you can do whatever the hell you want, and it doesn't matter how it affects others. And that's not how freedom works. No, that's not how it works at all. You know what I mean? And this is a thing that's happening all over America. It's what happened with Mr. Jackson's son. I ain't worried about nothing out here. Like these people are all right. They're cool. You know what I mean? Like that's nothing. It's just like I said, I'm a human. I'm a respond. If anything's running at me, I'm gonna respond, dude. I mean, full speed. It looked like a golden retriever too, or something. Like they're cool dogs, but I don't know, man. I've never really been a dog person. I'm gonna do another lap too, so I'm gonna go right around again. Like, not worried about it. But I'm just saying, not in relation to really here, but in relation to places in America, it happens every day. You see me, I have experiences with dogs all the time. It's usually not out here, it's in these other, out there in poverty land, out there in the rougher parts, and they're rougher dogs, a lot rougher. They're bigger and they're meaner, and they ain't playing. Like I said, I just tried to help one the other day. He was just sitting there losing it in front of me. What the hell was that? He was just sitting there losing it in front of me, and I'm sitting there trying to be nice to him because he looks kind of like he's a puppy, but he's big. And I think he was just, not feeling it because he got out of his area, and I think he was freaking out because he wanted to get back in. So I'm like trying to help him, but I can't because he's not, you know what I mean? He's a big dog and he ain't acting right, So I tried to get close and be like, come here, it's okay. And then, he does his thing. So and then I was like, whoa, like, okay, back that up. you know like I got some real courage. People don't understand, like, this is not a play. Like, this was a big dog, and I'm still trying to be nice to it. Like, i've I've dealt with dogs a lot out here. I've had a lot of experiences, like, so I kind of have been lucky, honestly. I really have, especially that last one, but not this one, but the one before, where it came out that gate at that business. There was two of them, and they were waiting for me, literally waiting, and they were smart as hell. He didn't have that cone in front of that middle of that gate, and them dogs sat there and waited and looked and went like this and went right through that hole in that gate. Perfect timing. They both squeezed right through and came full speed. I mean, that could have been it. Straight up, that could have been it. I had to run, and I had no choice. I had to do whatever I had to do to survive, and I got away magically because, well, I had to outsmart him. But me not thinking and having to do everything, real quick in the nick of time just to make sure I get away, because he was like this close to me. I mean, he was on it. He was barking, he was coming, and I'm running, and I'm like, nah, back up. But he's right on me, and that was God, bro. Seriously, because somehow it's almost like that's the thing that God do for me. Like, seriously, it's almost like God literally reaches his hand down. Like, the hand of God is a real thing, I believe, and it's like he reaches his hand down and pushes back with like, no, back up. You're not going to touch my chosen one, because he had me. I mean, he was there. He was on it, and I was just trying to, do what I could. And I mean, I'll wait till the last second. I was giving him his space and seeing what he was going to do, but I mean, like, it is what it is. I got to do what I got to do, but he was right up on me, bro. This duck is still here. Yep, he got the best spot. Here's another one. Or is a squirrel? Oh, a cat? What? It's a little possum. It's a baby possum. He's awesome. That is cool. It's a little baby possum. I like that. Like, that's the cool thing about here. Like, the animals, they're pretty happy. Like, they seem like they're good. That's the part that I do love about out here. Cause like you'll see everything outside, and you'll see all sorts of little, like, there's road runners out here. Sometimes you'll see all sorts of different things, and that's the part I do love about here. There's some other animal I can't see. I'm just trying to pay attention because I don't know what the hell they are. I can't see them. That's a cat. Yeah. He's all like hiding. It's a big cat, a bushy tail. Look like black and brown or something. I wonder where that other one went. I'm sure he comes around. I'm just not always paying attention. We're out there. I love cats. Cats are my thing, man. I can't get enough of cats. I love cats. But yeah, like I said, my whole deal, I mean, I'm all about peace and prosperity, you know? And I think that's the way people look at me. I know it is, but I mean, I think that's the way people look at me, like, oh, it's him, like he's grown, like he's been through everything, he'll be all right. And that works to an extent, but I mean, you got to understand I'm human too. I mean, I mean, yeah, I can handle almost anything, but that doesn't mean that I should just go through unnecessary stuff. You know, seriously. But it is what it is. I'm Batman. I'll be all right. But and that's what I keep thinking about the suit too. I'm gonna do one more lap about the suits for the new suit, and we're doing pretty good on time too. It's only 9:30. For the suits that I want to build, the future suits, I really want to make sure the neck protection is really good on them. I've been trying to figure out how to maybe create it myself, but it would have to be like a thing where, like, how do you put it? It would have to go like, it'd have to be like plates almost, but like where they're kind of like molded or like moldable, for at least like where it's on the front and the back. But that's the thing too, like you got to have movement. Like, I don't know how that's going to work. I know there's something. I mean, I know you can wear like Kevlar, but I mean, we don't really know if that's going to really work. I mean, what Batman had was like hard plating, and he had it built in a way that it was applicable, and that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to figure it out. Hold on. So, you know, I mean, like I said, I'm all about peace, man. I'm all about peace and prosperity, and I do all the gangsta stuff already, so that's the thing. Like, it's what's funny about it because I'm really, really Bruce Wayne. Like, I'm really like the real Bruce Wayne because I walk between two different worlds. You know, this is the easy world. This is the rich world. This is the nice part. You know what I mean? I deal with all the other parts. And that's the hard part too, is walking synonymously between both worlds. It's just difficult. But that's the thing I'm trying to do, like what God told me, like be easier on yourself. Because I already know the kind of mouthpiece I have on me. Like I know the kind of mouth I got. I know what my mouth is built for. Seriously. And that's the thing. Like I don't hold back if you haven't noticed. Like, no, I'm reactionary. These games on here about, well, we're doing this and yeah, no, I'm not the one. I'm gonna give you what you want every time. It doesn't matter who it is. That's the thing. You're gonna always get a reaction with me because I'm not playing your game because I don't care. I'm a whole human being, bro. I'm gonna be a human being. Like that's the thing. If you start playing their game, what do you become? Like them. And that's what the Illuminati wants. They want a bunch of robot clones and fakes that ain't humans, synthetics, literally, that they already are creating. You got rappers been replaced. You got all sorts of stuff going on. Clones running around, like that fake Gucci Man, the fake Eminem, all of them. I think they did it to Takashi 69 a long time ago. I think they've done it to all of them. The whole rap game is just a bunch of clone demons. It's not human. There's nothing humane about it. So that's the thing. Like y'all be like still entertaining these things like Tone Space. Tone Space, he thinks he's like the devil or something. I don't see how. I mean, you know, you kind of lost to everybody around you and they got the best of you. Just saying. You know what I mean? I don't know what happened with that situation because that cyber dude, he just like disappeared from the internet completely. I heard that he might have lost that thing. I mean, it wasn't even really a lawsuit, dude. That was just a basic restraining order on the fake girlfriend. You know, real life is not in cyberspace. So if he lost that, though, I already commented on it. Like, I don't know. I mean, I think cyber's all right. I think he just talks a lot of fluff, and that's what I pointed out because he came over here and he was talking about, well, I don't want you saying, and that's fine. He has every right to say that and do that. I don't have an issue with that. But the part where he tried to say, I can't have you saying things that may not be facts, like that's corny because people are going to talk. Whatever anybody got going on in this platform, I can talk about and everyone can. Y'all all up in my business all the time. What do you mean? This is radio, bro. I'm a radio show host. I made careers off of talking about people. You can always talk about someone, but the difference is the more the thing is in do you bring the truth? And that was the thing. I mean, you just proved yourself wrong. That's what I told him. I said, oh, it's nothing but facts over here. What do you mean? But you're the one who's not bringing facts. That's basically what my response was. And then I listed the facts and went down the list. And what you found out real quick was what? The truth, right? That, I mean, like I said, if that's true and he lost that whole thing that he was trying to create, he was trying to get some money out of it because he needs money because he's running out of finances. And really, I think it's just he's basically failing and losing and having a downfall. I mean, I'm just saying, I mean, I don't know. He didn't really seem like a good person. He never helped me. He never did nothing for me. So, I mean, like I said, all I'm saying is I don't really like speaking on too much, especially if I don't know, but I mean, the vibe that he gave me is narcissist. Feel me? La 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 la. The vibe that he gave me, right? What is the point of that? The vibe that he gave me is, like just complete narcissist. Complete just trying to pretend you're in control and pretend you're something you're not. He does the same thing with the working out. So he had a picture and then he puts that up like, okay, I'm glad you worked out a couple of times in New York. It looks like you in New York City working out on the bars I used to work out on. I used to work out in New York City a little. Right there on the bars where the basketball court is. I play ball out there. I don't know what it's called, but right there in the center Mecca in the center of town, I think. They got the little bodega spots there. Yeah, I had money. I drove a Cobalt. I was staying in hotels. Like, just telling you the truth. There's more I could say, but I'm all right. I was having a good time in New York. When I was in New York, I mean, it is what it is. I was attractive like I am now. So, I mean, it is what I was out having fun. I was looking at clubs and stuff. You know, I was younger. But I mean, like I said, that's my whole thing. Like, just people have an answer for everything. I'm just saying that whatever people going through, 9 times out of 10, it's probably karmic debt you created. It's probably people you did wrong, you know, and it's probably God. And I'm just saying, if he lost that thing that he tried to create with that restraining order or whatever, well, then that proves me right again, doesn't it? I'm always right over here. Like, seriously. Like, see, all we do is bring facts over here. And what I was stating was all facts, but he didn't have his facts straight, obviously. And I can tell that he doesn't all the time. And he's just talking fluff, and everybody sees him as that. They don't respect him over there. And that's just the truth. And they never will, because you're not the real deal. I mean, come on, bro. You tried to come on YouTube and pull a stunt with Mr. Tonesface, who's like, you know, not a tough guy or anyone, has no credibility, no reputability, nothing. And you tried to do that to make a name for yourself, quote unquote, on YouTube. I mean, it's just clear you're looking for attention. You know, it's just clear as day. So it is what it is. So, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You know, I really don't. You know, it's the same area. I mean, call me human. I mean, you know, I feel some way when things in my environment are going a certain way. You know, I mean, like that's the thing. Like it would be nice to be able to walk around, I'm being honest, and not hear like, you know, 8 dogs barking at the top of their lungs. Like, seriously. Like, I mean, especially on a corner. I'll keep it real. You know what I mean? And like you see this time when I go around, all of a sudden the dog ain't out there. Right. Because he usually isn't. So see, I have a point with what I'm saying. See what I'm talking about? And there's nothing wrong with it. I don't care. People can do what they want. You know, it's your thing. But like I said, I mean, I'm just saying, bro, if he lost that whatever he was trying to get that restraining order, then it proves that he didn't have his facts straight. He was like typing up this fake paperwork and just the weirdest thing. Everyone on YouTube is just the weirdest, fakest thing, and y'all just don't get these ploys and this fake stuff. It's not gonna work, bro. In court, I'm gonna have a field day, bro, because everything you say, I'm gonna be like laughing. Like, do you understand that nothing y'all say made sense? It hasn't made sense for the past almost 20 years. Like, I'm telling you, when we get in court, the first time that you talk, they're gonna be like, "Yeah, I can't even take this person seriously." Seriously, they're gonna hear y'all talk, and they're gonna be like, "Yeah, nah." And that's the thing. I don't get these folks. Like, you know, my thing is, you may not have self awareness, but you're on here acting. You're acting like you really don't understand what you know what reality is, and you do know. You know how to act. You need to act right. Y'all need to start even for real. Yeah, don't stop getting on here pretending. That's what they do. They act like, oh, I'm out of control. No, you're not. Y'all don't act like that. See, that's the thing. When they in front of you in reality, they super quiet. They nice. Like that one dude, like that agent they sent. You know what I mean? Paid for the meal and all that. Was my biggest fan. We found out. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's not okay, man. Like you gotta come correct. You gotta talk a certain way. I mean, look at that. Him, you see what happened with him. I haven't heard nothing from him. He just kind of disappeared on YouTube. Real talk. The whole thing was just a flop. The whole thing was just a flop. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, it's a flop. You know what I mean? It was like Tommy Sotomayor's Truth and Logic tour that he stole from me, and I can prove it because I literally came out at that time on Spreaker and these other platforms, and I was saying truth and logic is like my motto. So he thought it'd be cute. Oh, let me take that from him. That's a lawsuit right there, buddy. And you're a cult leader at that. So any type of attention you get like that, you just want attention, but your attention can result in a prison sentence. You see my point? All my points get proven. They're all getting proven every day without me trying. I'm always right. I'm not trying to be right. Y'all are proving me right all on your own. See, that's the thing. They just keep going and going and they keep talking a certain way. You can't talk like that. You got to talk with some respect. The man is right. What's right is right. That's it. And two wrongs don't make a right. You know what I mean? Real talk. Like, no. So, like I said, we're up over 93 bucks. Hold up real quick. Do, 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 do. We're doing pretty good, man. The whole thing is I got to get over this $100 threshold. Once I do that, that's what sucks, man, is I'm like every time that I feel like, oh, I made it and I can rest, I got to keep going. Like every time. Like I already know that I have to keep going still because I got to try to do the same thing again. You know what I mean? So if I take a break, then I get off to a bad start and I end up falling behind. And that's the hardest part. And it makes it that much harder. So I'm playing catch up. You know, that's the thing. I'm saying this is a blessing, though. I feel like this has taught me all the things that God wanted to teach me. It's taught me, you know, because God knows that you're not a machine. I mean, that's the thing. See, God knows that I'm going to respond the way I do sometimes because you have to. God knows I'm human. I'm just a human being, man. You know what I mean? Like, the one thing I believe in is respect and giving me my space. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not Mr. Jackson's son. See, that's the thing. Like, that's the difference. And, you know, I'm going to say something about that too, right? I'm going to say basic reality on that, right? What he should have done is he should have stood up for himself when they were outside and everything was happening and going on. And I think there's a lot of people that kind of said it, but in other words, and they didn't really get it right. But that's what he should have done. He should have been a man about it, and he should have just explained, "Hey, listen, homie, I just got into something." So he was going through something, I think, and they talked about what it is, and it's something I've been through a million times. I've played football, I've done, you know, everything, and then like I said, the whole thing with the truck. So I know everything about that, and I think the world doesn't perceive how that works. Like, you know, that's I mean, when somebody's going through that, anything concerning this area, they're going to do whatever it takes. I'm just being honest, to survive. You know, and when you have somebody that, you know, like I say, he clearly had just gotten into something, and then his dad was a contributing factor, and it doesn't help that he's talking the way that he's talking, right? And he needs to talk better to his son, Mr. Jackson, right? And that's a major factor. And you heard him say it. He said, no, he's not going to call me this anymore. And in fact, now it's just making the whole situation worse. I generally feel sorry and bad for Mr. Jackson, the MMA UFC guy at this point, because I see like reels where he's like telling, you know, the son like, "Hey, yo, can I cook for you?" Like, you know, he loves his son, man, and I really seriously feel bad for him because he's trying, and I think he just realizes. I think what it really is I think he realizes that it does have something to do with him, and that he kind of let him down. And I mean, the son is just he's not right, and he's not going to feel right for a long time because of this. And I mean, nobody would. I wouldn't. I'd feel the same way he do. I don't blame him. I mean, he went through something, and then they had no empathy about what he went through. He just had something go on. They should have asked. They should have known that before. And you don't play like that with anybody. So that's the thing. Like, no, that guy, he did. To me, he did something wrong when he was outside with Mr. Jackson's son. He's who's in the wrong. What he did should not have happened. Seriously. And the response made perfect sense to me. And that's the thing. He's a lot more patient than I am. That's all I'm going to say. You feel me? Like, and the problem, the part where he messed up is that he waited till he got in that wrestling ring. And he should have been a man and stood on business right there. It's just the truth. He should have stood up. That's the thing about me. You see how there's no hesitation ever? I don't care where we're at. If there's something happening, you stand up for yourself and be a man then. You don't wait till later. That literally could come out in court too and result in a lengthier prison sentence. Because they're going to say, no, you took time and plotted and planned. You know what I mean? Even if it wasn't that much time. So this is what I keep telling y'all, and y'all don't believe me. See, me, I'm just talking. They can only do so much with talking. I can say whatever the hell I want to you. I got a mouth. I know I do. So I ain't worried about that. Like, I'm with whatever on that because I'm going to stay having a mouth because I have to. But, and there's a reason why I do, because I'm Batman. You understand? So I have to. So, you know what I mean? It's to take care of myself. It's real. Right? So my whole deal, I told y'all, I keep telling y'all, I keep preaching y'all, I keep trying to teach y'all. You make one mistake out here in this world has no mercy, no compassion, no soul. This system has no soul, no nothing. They don't care about us. You make one mistake, you act out, and now talking is one thing. You can talk and you're going to still be all right. Trust me. You're freedom of speech. You can say whatever the hell you want. I don't care what they tell you. That's all a lie. So, like I said, like when it comes to action though, and doing something, you better be real careful, bro. Because seriously, I mean, they're already trying to lock him up and throw away the key. And I'm talking about the audience, the people, the public. They have no compassion. They're not talking about the truth about, well, how would you feel if you went like when I went through what I went through with the truck? You think I'm playing? See, I'm in the same position as him. I'm still going through it. I still have issues I go through from that. I always will. You think that I'm playing about anything with anyone? No, you can't. Like, brother, I have one life. We all do. I'm going to protect mine at all costs. I don't care where I'm at. Straight up. See, I'm not y'all. I'm not going to do no talking ever. I'm just not. I'm going to protect myself because that's what you have to do. That's what matters, not this talking. I'm not an animal that talks. I'm just not. I've never been the type that talks. When I see things go down, I'm just paying attention. I'm already ready to get busy. I'm not with the talking because talking don't matter. Action is all that matters. That's how I came up. And you could tell the son wasn't raised like that. He was raised to talk. That MMA, UFC stuff, man, doesn't mean that you're Billy the tough guy. That's the problem with Mr. Jackson. He goes to bars and he goes out and he goes everywhere and he thinks that people are scared of him or they're going to respect him because you did a little bit of UFC MMA. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, dude. It means nothing, bro. It doesn't mean that you're the toughest guy on the planet. No one cares, bro. They don't. And the thing is, walking around like you are with that energy, the truth is that you're just putting yourself in a really bad position. Because what you're asking for from regular people and people going to bars and stuff, they don't care. They're not following any rules. People don't do anything fairly. You think they care? So, I mean, you may be thinking, oh, these things are going to be fair, but they're not. They're going to do whatever. It doesn't matter how tough you are. It doesn't matter how big you are. You know what I mean? It doesn't. No. And it doesn't matter who it is. It could be anyone. It could be someone in the heat of the moment who got scared. Those are the worst ones. Seriously, it could be someone half your size. Hell, it could be a female. Seriously, that's what you folks don't get. The world is not about being tough. That's what y'all don't understand. Yes, it has something to do with it. It's how I move, it's how I walk. But even I'm smart. See, even I pay attention because you have to. You know what I mean? You can't just be Mr. Macho all the time. That's just not smart. It's just not. You have to be smart. And I heard the one guy, some other guy talking on a reel about it, and he said the truth. He said, Right. You can't let your emotions get the best of you. Right. But what I've noticed is just in general, everywhere you go, right? Everywhere you go, that's the problem. Like it's a bunch of people in the public, and it's like they all working together. Like real talk, it's weird out here half the time. Like you got a bunch of people that just want to act out and do things, and this is just not gonna fly. You know what I mean? It's just not, and that's why I watch the news every day on YouTube at least, and I see a bunch of people getting rude awakenings, and that's just the way of the world. I'm just telling you the truth, man. Y'all better watch your actions and watch yourself and watch what you do because a lot of people they're looking for reactions. They're all like not they're weird now. And if you react wrong to something, and I'm all for defending yourself, but self-defense doesn't exist. So just remember that. Even I know that. If you mess up and you make a mistake and you're actually doing something like an action, oh, this court system will have no mercy. They don't care. There's no justice. No, they'll hand out life sentences like it's Laffy Taffy, like it's candy, literally. And what they don't get, that's the thing. When you got a public opinion, and now he's in the hands basically of the public opinion, it's the worst position he could have put himself into, and he's not going to get it until he gets a reality check. And it's sad because I truly feel like he doesn't deserve that. I don't. I think that he was in the right. I think he had a right to stand up for himself. And I mean, I'll be real. I mean, in his position, I'm just saying the only thing I would have tried to do different is that I would have stood up for myself outside. I wouldn't have waited till the ring thing and I would have known that that's wrong. What he did was wrong and he made a mistake and he messed up and he took advantage basically. It was not a tough thing, it was not a macho thing. And people need to really understand that. So that's the problem is he's not going to get any credit. You don't get any brownie points when you take advantage. That was a wrestling match, brother. And this is what I'm saying. You have to understand though what he had just gone through, that affects the way you think. I don't think he was thinking straight. And it makes sense that he wasn't thinking straight because, like I said, if he just went through something and then this guy does what he does outside, you see what I'm saying? I think that's what happened. I think y'all don't understand how it works physically, that you don't understand what's going on the same way that you do when you're okay and you're together. And that's why people really need to respect other people's space, because I'm not even going to speak on it because I already know how I am. I know what I would have done. I already know. I already know, bro. Like me, I would never, ever, ever, I would never have sat there the way that he did and allowed that. Never. I don't care where I'm at. What that man did is inexcusable. There's no reason for that. And that's what I'm saying. When folks feel like, oh, this is okay. And I mean, even if it's within wrestling, it's like he said, oh, I thought he was part of the act. I don't care. That's not an excuse. You understand? You see what I'm saying? Like that's the point. Like you can't just do things. I mean, you need to figure out then who's the part of what and who's ready for it. You don't do that with someone who's a noob to this and doesn't know what they're doing. So no, he's responsible too. Yes, he is. He's responsible. He didn't have to do that. He didn't have to act that way. And then they want to say, oh, well, he's this and that. I mean, so what? I don't care what he is. You know what I mean? I mean, you can't act like that. I mean, you could tell just getting around that group of guys, those dudes, they did it to themselves. It's not always someone else, it's them too. It's the fact that their demeanor is like that and they play around like that. And normal people don't play like that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm like a different breed. When you put me around folks like that, I let them know real quick. I don't care where I'm at. I'm not with the games, brother. I don't know who told y'all to act like. I don't like it. All goes in to it's common sense, bro. I ain't got to explain it, bro. You know what I mean? It's all about how you was raised, bro. I mean, you was either raised right or you weren't. You know what I mean? But that's the thing. When you got folks like that's the new generation, and they ain't succeeding. Like I said, I'm a CEO, man. I'm a CEO of my own companies. I'm gonna stay being me. I'm gonna stay being a man. Every day God builds me, and I'm a grown man. And I stand on business. And that's what you should do. I hope that I'm a role model to certain people. I'm not perfect. I'm not trying to be. I don't do everything right. Maybe I do. It doesn't matter. It's not about right and wrong. It's about. I mean, it is to a degree, but it's also about just living life. But that's the thing. God has taught me. to stand on business. That's the one thing I'm always do, stand up for myself. I just think that people should learn, learn how to act, learn how to treat people the way that you want to be treated. You know what I mean? Seriously. And this coming from a guy who's Batman, who does what I do for a career and a living. And even I'm telling you, I mean, like my career is one thing. And even in my career, I exercise compassion. I have a heart. You know what I mean? I have remorse. I mean, like I generally am always trying to do the right thing. You know what I mean? That's the whole point of it, is that people will look at it and they look at it, oh, it's Batman. They're not looking at it thinking they're going to find God there. And you'll find God in the most mysterious places. And that's what this is all about for me. And I know that it helps other people. You know what I mean? Because like it's all God. It's all God at work, man. So like I said, I think God is going to make it all happen. I truly do. I think he's going to put it together, and I just pray to God to help me with what I'm still going through. I'm still going through some very serious stuff and different things, and I'm doing the best that I can, man. We're up over 93 bucks. We got to keep on pushing, and I need to get over this threshold, and then at least I know I got a check coming this next month, and at least hopefully I'll, I don't know what I'm going to do again, because I mean, hopefully it'll be enough to try to pay the phone bill. You know what I mean? That's the whole thing. It's just a constant recurring cycle, but that's okay, because God's going to pull me out of all of it, and he's going to give me the money at some point. Trust me, he's going to. And I'm all right, So I really think that I'm here because God has protected me from a lot of things. Christina just told me something that happened in San Antonio, and I had no idea. So I think that's what a lot of this is about. So I think God is going to make it all happen when the time is right. All right. I love you, honey, more than anything. Love you, Christina. And, you know, I just want us to keep pushing, and I hope that people learn from my program and all the hard work I've put in here. Like I said, 29 world records. I mean, it's not really that hard for me anymore. I mean, it is, but it's a challenge. But I just keep trying to push myself. 29 world records. We got to get to 30 world records, and like I said, trying to make money and get paid. And that's the thing. This is all about doing this because they're going to have to cut me a check. They're going to have to offer me opportunities and an opportunity. They're going to have to cut me a check. They're going to have to create some situation where I start getting paid what I deserve. And I don't know, God keeps using the words, exactly these words, saying, I'm going to get paid to exist. I don't know what they're talking about, but it says that something is coming. And that's my thing. I'm just done trying to look for it or searching or trying to go out my way. Like, no, God's going to have to just give it all to me because I'm tired. Like, there's only so much I can do. I'm not going to worry. Like, if God wants it to be for me, I believe that God will make it happen. Truly. So I believe in you, God. I don't doubt you for a minute. All right. I believe in God with all my heart and soul. So he gonna make it happen. All right. I'll talk to you in a minute, man. Keep it real.